In a quiet rural town, arrogant men eye Otis Freeman's farm like easy prey. An old heavyset black man they dismiss as weak. They don't know he's a retired Navy SEAL. Beneath Otis's calm exterior lies a lifetime of elite training and unshakable discipline. As threats escalate, these men underestimate the fierce protector guarding his family's legacy. What starts as a land dispute ignites into a high-stakes battle for justice. The morning sun painted long shadows across Otis Freeman's farm as he scattered feed for the chickens. His weathered overalls stretched across his broad frame, and despite his size, he moved with deliberate grace. From the porch, Shirley Freeman watched her husband, holding 2 steaming mugs of coffee. "Thompson's boy rode past again yesterday. 3rd time this week," Shirley said. "WD's people trying to send a message." Otis nodded slowly. "They're getting bolder. Ever since that new development project was announced, their land stretched before them. 60 acres in Otis's family for 3 generations, bought after emancipation. Got that town meeting today." Otis reminded her to be why late afternoon. They drove into town. The community center was stuffy and tense. Near the front, Wade Graham and his crew occupied an entire row, their presence impossible to ignore. When the topic turned to the development project, Wade stood up. "Some folks here are sitting on land they've got no right to," his eyes fixed deliberately on Otis. "My grandfather's documentation wouldn't hold up in any court," Shirley said sharply. "The Freeman family has clear title going back to 1866. Nobody asked you, woman." One of Wade's crew spat. Otis finally stood, his size filling the room. "My great-grandfather purchased that land fair and square. We've worked it for over 150 years. Wade stepped closer. "You people always think you can take what isn't yours. That land should be part of the new development. But you're holding everyone back, sitting there like a fat old fool." "The deeds are registered at the courthouse," Otis said evenly. "Anyone who wants to check is welcome to do so." The drive home was quiet. "They're not going to let this go," Shirley said finally. Days later, vandals struck in darkness, smashing fence posts, spray-painting racial slurs. Otis documented everything with photos and timestamps. Then came the firebombs. Explosions lit up the night as gunshots cracked the air, killing livestock. From his concealed position, Otis watched through military-grade night vision goggles. Wade Graham's voice carried clearly. "Burn it all." Otis moved like a ghost through his property. The gang made every amateur mistake. No coordination, no respect for their surroundings. He used tripwires, recorded sounds, smoke grenades. He picked them off systematically with precise, non-lethal strikes. "He's everywhere," someone screamed. Billy Graham, Wade's brother, stepped into an elaborate snare and dangled 6 feet off the ground. "Please," Billy whimpered. "Don't kill me." "Not my style," Otis replied calmly. Wade and his remaining men retreated, cursing and panicking, leaving behind weapons and enough evidence to bury them legally. But the local news twisted the story. Doctored clips painted Otis as a dangerous militant. Concerned citizens were allegedly attacked with excessive force. "This isn't right, Dre," a young supporter protested. "We have the real footage," Otis said. "Shows everything." Sheriff Mike Latimer called Otis in. "There's a warrant for your arrest. Assault, excessive force, suspected weapons violations." "Think I'll decline?" Otis said, standing slowly. For days, Otis evaded police while Shirley and Dre rallied community support. Young men and women, veterans, church ladies, all stood together. Dre found backup footage the attackers didn't know existed. Everything, the firebombs, the shootings, Wade's crew. It's all here in HD. The footage exploded across social media. The brutal truth was undeniable. Veterans groups, celebrities, politicians demanded investigations. Then came the helicopters. FBI vehicles converged on the Graham compound at dawn. "Wade Graham, you're under arrest for federal hate crimes, attempted murder, arson, and conspiracy." Sheriff Latimer resigned in shame. The FBI uncovered years of corruption and covered up hate crimes that the county jail. Otis emerged to deafening cheers. Hundreds lined the street. Shirley embraced him, tears streaming. The FBI got them all. Wade and his associates shuffled into federal court in orange jumpsuits. "How do you plead?" the judge asked. "Not guilty, Your Honor. The government has overwhelming evidence," the prosecutor said, holding up a thick file. The Freeman farm. The community rebuilt. Veterans repaired the burned barn. Young people painted over graffiti. The land was healing. Shirley announced the Rural Legacy Protection Trust, a foundation to defend minority landowners from discrimination. 3 months later, Otis walked the fields with young people trailing behind. "The land teaches patience," he told them. "Can't rush what needs time to grow." The farm had become a gathering place, showing a new generation how to channel anger into purpose, how to stand firm without seeking violence. "My granddaddy used to say, 'Farming's like life,'" Otis told them. "You get out what you put in. No shortcuts, no excuses." Dre watched Otis lead his students toward the barn. "Sometimes the strongest people don't look like what you'd expect," he said to a watching boy. "That's a lion in farmer's skin." On Freeman Farm, the day's work continued as it had for generations. Standing your ground meant more than fighting. It meant building something worth defending.